What up? I'll make a quick video here. I went down to, damn it, my finger out of the way. What is all that? Okay, that's better. I went down to Finney yesterday in Southern Oaks. Hope I answered a lot of questions for some people. I didn't edit to drive down there for a specific reason. I know I babbled a lot because it was a long drive. I tried to give some information along the way that may or may not have been interesting to any of you. But in drive time, I wanted you to see how far it was down there. I can say it's 5 miles, but on Morris Boulevard, the speed limit's only 35 mile an hour. Once you cross 44 down there, the speed limit did increase to, I think, 45. So 5 miles down the road is longer than 5 minutes. So I just wanted you to see that. But it is a gorgeous area, as you've seen. I didn't even show you as much as I could, but I showed you enough to give you a good flavor of what's going on down there. But I had some questions, email questions about some things, and I thought I need to address those. They were wanting to know about financing rates. Well, most people finance houses here at Citizens Bank. I think it's the village's own bank. They're everywhere. They seem to have their shit together. When they tell you when closing's going to be, it's going to be. No hesitation in it. No cancellations of it. And if you want to figure roughly, if you want to finance a little bit, the way it works out, and I got this straight from a guy at the bank. He said the easiest way to figure roughly, this is not exact, roughly is for every $1,000 that you finance, it's $5 a month. Pretty simple. So actually it's a little less than that, but he said just use that figure. So if you finance $50,000, your house payment's going to be $250 a month. So, I can work with that. Hope that helps. Trash and recycle and how it works. I don't know who sent that in. I got it a while back, and I told him I'd answer that, and I'm just now getting around to it. The way trash works here is they come around twice a week. Every area has their days. Ours is, I believe, Tuesday and Friday for trash. Your trash has to be in 2 separate bags. If they recycle here, so you want to put your recyclables, it has to be in a clear bag. You can buy them everywhere, and that being that way the trash man can look inside that bag and he can see everything in there is recyclable. So if you throw stuff in a recycle bag that's really not recyclable, they'll leave it. You'll wonder why, but they'll make a report. So you have to use a clear bag for your recyclable materials. Even though when you're first moving into a neighborhood, you got a lot of cardboard boxes. I have found that if you take a lot of your stuff, recyclable materials, and put them in an open cardboard box, set that out, they pretty much will pick that up too because they can see what's in there. And your trash has to be in a solid bag. Right now we're using black bags for our garbage. Before that we were using solid white bags. And the recyclable bags sits on one side of the driveway, and your trash bags sit on the other side of the driveway. You're kind of separating the two. And as long as you do that, you won't have any problem. And on Wednesday is yard waste. Yard waste has to be in the recyclable brown paper bags that you can buy at Home Depot, Lowe's, and all of them. They're cheap. It's like, I don't know, $2 and you get like 8 or 10 of them. They're big, tall bags. You can put a lot of stuff in them. The cost on them is minimal. And that's, for us, it's every Wednesday. Other neighborhoods, you have to find out. Yard care and edging. Well, the average yard care here, depending on the size of yard, but I'm just going to give you average costs. Average yard care is $40 a month. That means they're going to mow your yard approximately once every 2 weeks. In the wintertime, it can be less. They may mow it once a month because the grass here slows way down in the wintertime. Included in that is yard edging. And when I say yard edging, I'm not talking about the little string that you go around the tree to cut the grass. I'm talking about it's a metal tool, and they have to edge your yard. That's part of the restrictions here. You're required to edge your driveway and edge the front edge of your along the street curb. It's a tool that cuts a groove, basically, for lack of better words. Cuts a groove, makes everything look nice and straight. And then when they do that, it's also part of your requirement. You have to blow that debris off your driveway back up into the yard, and you have to blow it off the street back up into the yard. That being because if everybody just left the dirt and the grass and everything out on the street, and then it rains, all that goes into the retention ponds, and it's just a matter of time for the retention ponds start losing their capacity to hold a lot of water. So you can't leave it out in the street. Don't overlook pre-owned homes. Somebody had said something about buying a new home over a pre-owned home. Both are good. I happened to buy a new one. I was looking before I bought this one for pre-owned because of the location of the pre-owns where I wanted to be. I'm in the Brownwood area now, and we're fine here. It wasn't my first choice, but we're fine here. And we bought a new home. With a new home comes a bond, and that bond is payable when your property taxes are due, and it's on the same bill. The bond here is around $2,200 a month for my house. The property taxes are around $2,000 a year. I said, what did I say, a month? No, the bond's around $2,200 a year on my house, and the property taxes around $2,000. So when we get the bill in December, you pay it for the year. We get the bill in December, it's a check, $4,200, and that money's gone. So it's just something to know. Don't be surprised about that, because there's been people here that didn't realize that's the way it worked, and they actually sold their homes and moved on because of the price of it. Updates. The reason why I say is don't overlook a pre-owned home for a couple of reasons. Updates. You buy a pre-owned home, a lot of updates. I'm talking many, many thousands of dollars worth of updates are already installed. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to call a contractor, get on the list, move your furniture out of your house, dust, all the noise and all the problems of getting this stuff done. And we're talking many thousands of dollars. They may have taken all the carpet out of the house and had tile floor put in. That's $10,000 for an average home. They may have had plantation shutters put in on all the windows. We had that done. Here in my house, it was $3,000 for plantation shutters. We had our lanai enclosed with full sliding doors. A lot of places do that, some don't. We did for us, and I don't have the biggest lanai, but I got a fairly good sized one. It was $7,000 just for the sliding doors. So you can see where I'm going here. It ends up being $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 with upgrades. And that doesn't include landscaping, the stackable brick or whatever that goes around your yard to signify the land, plants, palm trees you may want to have planted. These things are expensive. Palm trees ain't cheap. I looked at a palm tree the other day. It was $1,600. And people buy them by the dozen. They got two over here and they want one over there. And just get prepared for that. So if you buy a house that's got all this there, and you think, well, but it's getting overgrown and needs to be trimmed back. Trust me when I tell you, you can hire a guy here to go in there and trim that back, thin it out, so to speak, and maybe plant some new plants. Hell of a lot cheaper than you can to buy all that stuff yourself. And the second reason is you might buy a house somewhere in a great area. The bond's paid. The house has been there long enough, or maybe the people that were there paid it off early. So if you can get a house with bonds paid, that's going to save you $2,000-3,000 a year, depending on the price of the house. I don't know about you, but I could use an extra $2,000 or $3,000 a year. It's just something to think about. That's all. Flooding after Irma. Okay, it was golf courses. I think they were asking about. On my video of Fenny, I was showing you how that worked. That's done by design. We have many, many, many retention ponds, and they're on the golf courses or around houses. Some are the size of lakes. They build houses around them because the price of the property is higher. You got a lake view, so that's what they do. But what happens is when we get a lot of rain, hurricane rain, the water runs into these ponds. That's what they're designed to do. We use that water in those retention ponds. All that water is filtered, and there's lines running to everybody's front and back yards or side yards of their house. That's the water we use to water our grass and our flower beds. In the house is potable water. So it's two different water bills. You're going to get one water bill for the outside water, and you'll get another water bill for the inside water, because the inside water supposedly has been treated. Last week I had a water filtration system added to my house, a whole household system in my house. Water smells funny. It tastes funny to me. And if you leave for a week and then come home and then you look like in your toilets, you'll see like a black ring or a gray ring around the toilet. I don't know what that is, but I just kept thinking I was drinking that stuff. So we had a whole house system put in, and I can give you an update later about it. But so far, it looks like it's going to work really well. Our smell's gone. I can drink the water and it tastes as good as any bottled water I've ever had. So I think we got the problem taken care of. But the more money you had to spend. That water system was $605 installed. It seems to me once every 12,000 gallons or 18 months, you have to have all three filters changed. Each filter is a different thing. They're big. And I don't know what that costs. I'm going to guess. I don't know. I'll let you know. But so far, the filters seem to be doing a really good job. And just to let you know, on any of the houses you buy here, especially the new ones, things that you may not even have thought of. I didn't.
Were you looking for the frog?
No.
It's in the garage.
I wasn't looking.
Okay.
Why am I looking for frogs? But when you buy a house, I can just about tell you some updates you're going to be doing right away that's going to cost you money. Plus whatever preferences you have about things. This insulation. Your garage attic will not have any insulation in it whatsoever. So the garage itself on a hot summer's day heats up. And sometimes they just get unbearably hot. The heat in the garage kills batteries. The battery in a golf cart could go dead. The battery in your rechargeable drill, if you keep it out there, you get it out to charge it to find out it's dead. Your car could be working great on a Monday. We don't drive cars here a lot, so it may sit out in the garage, say, for a week, and then you decide you're going to go shopping or go out to eat dinner somewhere. Hit the key, battery's dead. The heat in the garage will kill your battery. So there's things you can do, but I'll just simply say get prepared to spend some money with a company that's going to come in and they're going to put insulation not only in the garage attic, but they have a bubble wrap silver bubble wrap kind of thing. And this is an option you can do, but they staple that all on your rafters and all across the roof on the inside, and it helps keep that heat out. And I've been in a guy's garage on a very hot summer day that has all this, and I walked in his garage, and trust me, world of difference. His garage was cool. I'd like to get that done myself. I just haven't done it. Hadn't had the extra money yet, but so you're going to want to do that. Second thing you're going to want to do, there is no insulated garage doors installed on any of the homes here in the villages. Not any of the new ones anyway. Somebody may have had that done to their garage door when they sold it. So there's another maybe good reason for a pre-owned home. Some of these things are done. So if you buy a new house, you're going to have to put insulation on the garage door. They got kits. You can do it yourself. You can hire a company to do it, just whatever you want. But it's something you're going to have to do because otherwise your garage is going to get extremely hot inside. Another thing, most of the houses here has a entry door. They don't have a storm door. And from the north, we're all used to storm doors. You can have them installed. You may do that. What most people here are electing to do is in the entryway to the house, they are hiring people to screen that in with a screen door. Hope I explain this right. It's an opening and it's kind of a long entryway to get to your front door. They're screening that opening in with a door. It's all screened. And as long as that's shut, no bugs can get in your house or in your front door area. And you can lock that door too. Big deal, right? It's a screen door, but you can lock it. And that costs an average of about $600 to $800, depending on who does that. I'm considering doing that. I've seen several houses down here done that way, and I kind of like it because I get a lot of bugs inside my front porch, and they die and they stick up around the lights. I'm constantly washing them off, and so I'm thinking about maybe doing that. But other than that, I don't really have much else to say. So, like I say, if you guys have got any more questions, just let me know, and I'll try to get the right answer, and we'll get it on there for you. So, in the meantime, I guess I'll just simply say, see you on the other side.